Okay, guys, you should have already watched that video posted about ecosystems. It was just a different YouTube video, not one that I had recorded. But today we're going to continue talking about ecosystems, and specifically we're going to talk about ecosystems around the world. Okay, different types of ecosystems. Okay, so you can see the title, the heading of this section is Ecosystems Around the World. And go ahead and follow along with me as I read. Our planet has many kinds of ecosystems. Some are very large, others are very small. Some ecosystems have hot and dry weather, others are cold and snowy. We can group Earth's ecosystems into several large types. These are often called biomes. Ecosystems in a biome may have a similar climate. Climate is the average weather in a place over many years. The ecosystems in a biome may also have similar kinds of soil, plants, and animals. Living things are found almost everywhere on Earth. Different kinds of living things are found in different places. In each kind of environment, some plants and animals thrive. Their parts or behaviors help them live well in that place. Other organisms do not thrive there but can stay alive. Still, other organisms cannot live there at all. Okay, so if you look at this map right here, it shows you some of Earth's land ecosystems. Okay, so you can see that the white is the alpine and Arctic tundra. Okay, so that's the white areas. And the kind of bluish white, that is the boreal forest. Okay, so it's kind of like a colder forest. The kind of bluish green is the tropical rainforest. So you see those around here. The green is the temperate forest. Okay, so you can see Arkansas, looks like Arkansas is part of the temperate forest. This kind of brownish color is the desert. Okay, so you can see lots of brown on the map. And then this kind of whitish gray color is the grassland. So you can see some right here in South America, some in Africa, and some in the North America as well. Okay, so lots of ecosystems. So here are a closer look at some ecosystems, and these are the ones we're actually going to take some notes on today. So the first one is freshwater. This includes lakes, ponds, rivers, and streams. So this is water that is not salt water. That's considered freshwater. Examples of organisms that live here are algae, water plants, beavers, ducks, fish, frogs, insects, and turtles. Okay, so that's the freshwater ecosystem. We also have a marine ecosystem, which is the saltwater. This is oceans. They're shores and estuaries. Salt marshes also are an example of marine ecosystems. Organisms that would live here are seaweed, corals, dolphins, fish, sharks, shellfish, squid, sea stars, and whales. So lots, those are not all the organisms that live in that ecosystem. That's just a few. Okay, desert is another type of ecosystem. In this ecosystem, there is very little rain. And some examples of organisms that would live there are cacti, short grasses, coyotes, grasshoppers, lizards, owls, and snakes. Okay, and then the last one we're going to talk about is the temperate forest. This ecosystem has a medium amount of range and has seasonal weather changes. So Arkansas is in a temperate forest ecosystem. Examples of organisms would be mosses, oak and maple trees, shrubs, bears, birds, deer, and rabbits. Okay, so what we're going to do now is take a few notes on these 4 types of ecosystems. So you do need a piece of paper and a pencil. Okay, so at the top of your paper you can write types of ecosystems. And then if you just want to draw a kind of like a four boxes, we're going to put one ecosystem in each box. Okay, so for freshwater, we're going to draw a picture and then we're going to write a few things about it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and write first just to make sure I have enough room. Freshwater, this is lakes, ponds, rivers, and streams. Okay. Organisms that would live here would be algae, water plants, beavers, ducks, fish, insects, and turtles. Okay, so then I also have a little space here to draw a picture, but I'm going to wait till the end to do that. All right, our next ecosystem is marine. This would be oceans, their shores, estuaries, and salt marshes. And salt marshes. Okay. Some examples of animals that would live in ocean or marine ecosystems are seaweed, corals, dolphins, fish, sharks, squid, okay, and say sea stars. There's lots more we could list, but we're just going to say etc. to mean that there could be more. Okay, so freshwater and marine are the first two. Down below where you have some room left over, you're going to draw a picture of each type of ecosystem. I'm going to go ahead and scoot it up so we can write a little bit about deserts and temperate forests. Okay, so a desert has very little rain. Okay, and examples of organisms that live in deserts would be cacti, short grasses, coyotes, grasshoppers, lizards, and snakes. Okay. So very little rain, and these are some examples of organisms that would live in this type of ecosystem. And then our last one is a temperate forest. In a temperate forest, there is a medium amount of rain. And seasonal weather changes. Okay, so it means in a temperate forest they have seasons, just like we do. All right, so organisms that would live in a temperate forest are mosses, oak, and maple trees. Shrubs, bears, birds, deer, and rabbits. Okay, so for each ecosystem that we have listed, desert, temperate forest, freshwater, and marine, you're also going to include a little picture down below. Like for example, for the marine, I would just draw a picture of an ocean. Okay, so pretty simple. I might color it blue. For freshwater, you could draw a picture of a lake or a pond or a stream, something like that. For a desert, you could draw a picture of an area with a lot of cacti. No grass. The ground would be kind of brown because not a lot of water. And then temperate forest, you could just draw a picture of a forest. Lots of All right, that is all for our notes today. Remember, if you're having a hard time keeping up with the notes, just pause the video and you can take that time to write down all the details. All right, that's all for today.